Hello and welcome back to Regiments. In the last episode we continued our advance and destroyed the last enemy jammers. All of our objectives have been achieved, but we still could not claim victory. And in the last moment the East German forces counterattacked and took some positions we previously conquered. And therefore the plan for this episode is simple. Take back lost ground and if possible take over the entire battlefield. And to achieve that, we once more have to reinforce our brigade. We have over 156 points of operational authority, and I think it would be best to invest those into further deployment points and into supplies. The remaining points that we have are going to be needed to reinforce our tanks and our infantry. And with that, we still have 1 point of operational authority to spare, but we have nothing to spend it on. And with that, we can go to the events. And the last event that we can pick is Blitz, which means that this phase is going to last for 5 minutes less, but we are going to get 200 points of extra supplies and 100 extra deployment points, meaning that we should be able to field almost all of our units at once. The battle is about to begin, and I'm quickly going to go over the strategy for this fight. I've called in all of our artillery. We are also going to send in further tank reinforcements and some more Panzer Grenadiers. And from there on we are going to first of all prioritize our positions at Delta. We are in the moment retaking this lost ground, and from there on we are going to push forward on Farm. After that I want to keep 1 infantry or 1 armor platoon in Delta itself, and then from there another unit in these buildings over here. From this we should have a good ambush position every time the enemy tries to counterattack. We also need to keep some units over here in reserve. Rollback is the perfect position to hit enemy reinforcements that are coming from over here, or to quickly rotate them and hit enemy reinforcements that are coming from over here. Lastly, we are going to push forward onto Hotel. And with that, this battle can begin. These reinforcements are already moving. And as soon as we have taken control of Delta, we are going to push into Farm. Can we get these leopards forward just a little bit so that we can figure out if the enemy has something in these positions? I am almost certain that they have something over there. And over here we have our Gepards holding the ground. We have these Marders that I want to push up over here. These men, I think they should hold out for the moment. These Pioneers should hold out for the moment. And our forces are pushing up. Wonderful. Now, can we get our guys forward on Farm? HQ, please move over there. Nothing visible so far. With the support of these leopards we should be able to help, and we have enemy forces pushing up over on this direction. Our tanks are still coming up. We need artillery support. I think that these should be scouts. No, these are tanks, and we need to get our Gepards forward to shoot down these helicopters. Over here it doesn't appear that we have enemy resistance at Farm. Still, we need to be prepared for everything. Nope, Farm is not a threat. Let's get these HQ units back. The enemy is beginning to counterattack. Helicopters have been shot down. Let's get our Gepards back. And I wonder if I should get our Marders down so that they can help, but I think these guys might be able to help.
Zone captured.
Nope, these boys need to push forward. Let's now quickly get into ambush positions. I think the enemy counterattack is coming from that direction, but we cannot be sure. Tanks are coming in. Over here we have a good position to shoot on the enemy. Unfortunately we lack the deployment points to send in more support. I want these Marders to take over these positions The HQ unit is then later going to push over here so that we have the meat necessary to take out Hotel. Now, these tanks are coming up. I want them to push further down here so that we can move over. And we will have to wait until our infantry is over here so that we can leave this position. There the enemy counterattack is. We luckily still have a bunch of artillery. Let's get them to good work. We have more forces over there. We are able to take out those scouts. I want these tanks to move in reverse. Do not move on fast. Do not open up your flank. I'm going to get supplies down. Good hits on those tanks. We have further forces over there, but they do seem to be infantry. They should not be that big of a threat. These soldiers need to dismount. Supplies are coming up to help. Wonderful. These targets are down. And these scouts are done as well. I want our HQ unit to push forward. I do not know if we can take out these entry points, but if we could make sure that this flank is never going to be a threat again, that would be lovely. We only have 10 minutes left, so let's make sure we get our forces to move. These tanks can move forward again. These infanterists I want to move forward as well to help with our push, and as soon as these supplies have set up, we should be able to repair some of those tanks. Whatever that is, it appears to be tanks, is not going to have a good time. Yeah, they are already withdrawing and they should be destroyed within a minute. Yeah, these forces are annihilated. Over here, infantry is going to push up. These forces are going to push up. And I want our last to slam whatever we have into Hotel. I do not know if the enemy has something on that position, but it wouldn't surprise me. So if we could give out some suppressive fire, that would be a massive help. These men need to push forward. These tanks are getting repaired and they are getting fresh ammunition. All in all, we are looking good. Pioneers, dismount. And push forward. These martyrs are going to give cover fire. We still cannot see anything on Hotel, but it looks like resistance has broken down. We cannot see past this tree line. But we are so close to the enemy that resistance would be futile. How's the situation over here looking? We are getting close. Enemy forces are beginning to push up. Tanks in reverse. We are suppressing enemy forces. And we have spotted enemy units that are entrenched. Our pioneers should make easy work of them because they are excellent against entrenched forces. These tanks need to push up. We have further enemy forces over here. Artillery is going to push down. Tanks move up. These men need to dismount.
Total domination achieved.
And we have taken over the last defensive point. Artillery should now come in. And I still do not know if we can take over these exit points or not, because we have now won. And in this case we have only suffered minor casualties. In fact, we only have 5 men who have been wounded. But on the enemy side, they have suffered 56 men killed, 151 men wounded and 6 men missing. Meaning that they've lost in total 213 soldiers. They have also lost 35 vehicles and 2 helicopters. And if we take a look down below, we can see how many units they have annihilated and engaged. And I have to say, this was a very satisfying last phase for this battle. And with that, we can claim total victory. The raid was a tactical success. We got the information and disrupted enemy activity. Getting out would be a problem though. Even as the chemical cloud is still dissipating, thousands of East German refugees are fleeing through the gap in the Iron Curtain. The traffic at the former border is absolute chaos. During this battle, we have suffered in total 41 men killed, 146 men wounded, and 5 men missing, meaning that we have a total casualty count of 192. We have also lost 17 vehicles. On the East German side, they suffered over 376 men killed, over 1,068 men wounded, and 53 men missing, meaning that we were able to destroy over 1,497 of their soldiers. We have also lit up over 208 vehicles, destroyed 8 helicopters, and shot down 1 aircraft. We have dealt extremely heavy damage during this fight. And over here you can see the total amount of kills and losses our soldiers have dealt. And by far the best unit on the entire battlefield was our HQ unit of Leopard's 2A Force. They were able to achieve over 66 kills and have not suffered a single casualty. And with that ends Operation Reaction, and the next operation is going to be Blind Guard. But we will begin this battle in the next episode. I hope you've enjoyed this one, and I thank you all for watching. And until we meet again, I wish you all a great time.